All right, everybody. How are you doing? How are you doing? This is the S. Anthony Thomas. This is the S. Anthony Says podcast, also known as S. Anthony Says. Yes, people call it both, and both are okay. This is episode number 439. And do you know what is interesting about 439? Not the fact that I've been doing this so long and I have done so many of these episodes, but there are times in your life after you get to a certain age where even if you normally feel pretty good, you'll sometimes feel like you're 439. Ooh, and it's not good, it's not good, it's not good. It's really weird. It's almost as if old age or aging or old age problems, they don't just jump on you all at once. No, they kind of show a little bit of themselves. Show you just a little bit of themselves, a little taste of what's going to be coming 20 years from now. Just a little taste. Right? You get a little bit of a pain in your knee and you didn't even do anything. Ow. Why is that hurting? I didn't even do anything. Ow. Right? You're playing with your grandnephew or your niece or your kids, right? And yesterday you were cool. Everybody's like, wow, Dad still got it. And yesterday you did still have it. But today Dad ain't got nothing, Jack. Dad must have left it in yesterday because he don't got it today. You go out for 2 passes, your son throws it. You catch the pass, you do a leaping grab, you put your hand out, you catch the pass, your son's looking at you like, that's my dad. He's proud of you, and you look back at him, you're still in the air, you catch the ball, you're like, yeah, showing my son what the future looks like for him. You gonna still have it 26 years from now, you still gonna be the man. And then you hit the ground, and you make it sound like, ah! And your son's like, I gotta talk to Mom about whether or not I was a mix-up at the hospital because I think I'm not a mix-up at the hospital because I look just like a guy that went, what a punk. Yesterday my dad was the man. Today he's, how can I put this, a huge punk, right? You get up and not only did it hurt hitting the ground, you're tired. You only went out in the backyard throwing a ball with your kids for about 15 minutes. Your slightly younger son's like, yeah, Dad, I got some homework to do. And Dad goes, you want to do homework? Normally you fight me to do homework. And he goes, well, I'd rather go do homework than have all of the respect I had for you as a human being disappear. 'Cause what I just saw makes me sick. I'm going to ground myself because I don't want to be seen outside after you just caught the ball and went, you know what I'm saying? But it's not his fault because tomorrow he's going to be Dad still got it again, but not today. Why? Because old decided to give you the old preview. That's what's wrong with old. Old is mean. Old could just say, look, when you turn to a certain age, I'm going to dive on you, or I'm going to half dive on you, give you a chance to adjust, then drop the other half on you. Yeah, but it doesn't do that, does it? Old is kind of like, you know what? Here's the best way to describe old. Okay? You ever seen those movies maybe back in the day when you had cable before everything was streaming, right? And there's a cop, and he was a great cop, and he just can't take it anymore. He retires. He retires right now because he just wants to retire while he still has some humanity, where he still feels, not to have some humanity, but still feels good, right? He realizes the job is taking its toll, it's crushing him. It's ruining his marriage. His kids he can't take the pressure anymore. He's a great cop and he was always in on the toughest cases, but it's just getting to him. He can't take it anymore. Everybody respects him. He did his job the right way. He was by the book. Even the people in the community liked him. He was that kind of cop. And that's the beginning of the movie. But then there's that one case. The hardest case of his career. Oh, yeah. It was a master criminal killer, double quadruple killer, master criminal killer, quadruple killer. And he got away with almost all his crimes. He did a couple of stints in jail, but for the most part, they didn't get him on anything big. He was Teflon. Oh, yeah. He had a good plan. He was going to steal a whole lot of things from the bank, and there was some secret diamonds and some secret papers that people didn't even know about. They were so secret that people just put them away and didn't even bother checking on them because the security on them was so good. There was no reason to even go back and check on them, which means he could go in there, and if he could steal them, nobody would even know they were gone. They might never know they were gone, or if they did know, it would be years before they found out, and he'd be long gone, and there would be no ties to him. It is the perfect crime. Oh yeah. He gets his team together. Oh yeah. He breaks into the place. No one even knows he's there. He gets all the secret documents and the priceless documents and the money and the diamonds and the gold and all of that crap. Seals the place back up so good no one even knows anyone broke in. At least that's what he thinks. But the super cop that I just described was all up on him. And as he was just about to get away, he gets caught by the super cop. Oh yeah. And he goes to jail for 25 hard years. Oh yeah. Loses all the money that he stole. They go through his taxes and his paperwork and they take all the money back from him. He has nothing. So when he goes to jail, he has nothing, and he's going to have double nothing when he comes out of jail. He finally gets out of jail and he has one thing on his mind. I'm going to torture that guy that put me in jail. But I'm not just going to go up and finish him off. Oh, no, I'm going to take my time on him. Oh, I'm going to get him. I'm going to finish him off. I'm going to take him out, but not right away. Oh, no. So he starts to stalk him. Oh, yeah. Breaks into his house, leaves little things around the house, gaslights the super cop who's retired now, and he looks and he goes, what is this? Hey, this is an artifact from that crime, but that can't be. He's in jail. Then he goes and checks with some old friends and finds out the guy's out. Now he knows the guy's out. Now he's on his toes. He didn't normally carry his gun, but he carries his gun now. His wife doesn't know why he's acting so weird. He tells her, oh, Jim, we gotta stop it. Don't worry, baby. He's not interested in you. He's single-mindedly on me. And she's like, yeah, okay, maybe you don't understand this. Yes, I understand he's not going to kill me or the children, but we've been married for a long period of time. I've kind of love you and kind of don't want you blown away and dead. I didn't think about that. You're right, right? So he's sitting there by himself contemplating what he's going to do. He's having a drink and he looks across the street and he sees the criminal sitting there. Everybody around the criminal's enjoying the meal. He's not eating anything. He just tells the waitress, I want to just sit here. Here's some money. I don't need any food. How much would the food cost? It would cost $120. Here's $200. I just want to sit here for right now. That's all I want. Keep the change. And he just sits there looking at the super cop, and the super cop looks across the street and sees him. And he goes, I'm going to end this right now. And he jumps up and runs across the street to meet the guy. And as he's crossing the street, a bus goes by. And when the bus goes by, the guy's gone. Now, if you watch this movie, the guy gaslights him for the whole movie. And of course, it's a movie. The super cop gets the guy, puts him back in jail because the guy starts committing crimes to get back at the super cop. And this time it goes to jail and he's not going to get out. Or in the movie, he tries to kill the super cop and the super cop struggles and then finally, finishes him off. The credits roll. He goes home. He hugs his wife. He hugs his kids. And then he says, hey, kids, could you go upstairs? I need to give your mom the business. Okay, that part didn't happen. That would only happen if I was in the movie. Don't judge me. F y'all back to me. But that's what old age is like. It's like that criminal. It's not going to finish you off right away. Oh, no, it wants to take its time with you. Makes your knee hurts a little bit. Oh, my knee. And then it stops. Well, maybe it was not a big deal. My back. Oh. That's old age gaslighting you again. Yeah. Then you start noticing, hey, let me look at my cell phone. I can't see my cell phone without my glasses. When did that happen? Yeah. And then tomorrow you can see the cell phone. What's going on? Oh, yeah. Old age is gaslighting your punk ass. Yeah, I said it. Right? I know at some point I'm going to be with a woman and I'm going to be like, oh crap, something's not happening. And it hasn't happened yet. Thank God. Let me knock on some wood. Thank God. Even at 53, it hasn't happened yet, but it's going to happen at some point. And I'm going to be like, yeah, girl, you going to get it. Okay, maybe. Okay, you're not going to get it right now. Hopefully at some point this evening you will be getting it. But you want to do all the other stuff a couple more times? Let's do the other stuff for a couple more times, and then you do the other stuff, and then finally, there it is. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Hurry up before this. I just want to make and then it works, and you're like, thank goodness. Why the heck was that kind of thing? I'm sure that's happened to you people. It hasn't happened to me. It really hasn't. But I know at some point it's going to. I might just start taking Viagra like 5 years from now, just so I never have to go through that experience. God, the first time that happens to me, I promise you, if that ever happens to me, I will podcast about it, because what haven't I podcasted about? I'm not embarrassed. The hell do I care? Anyway, but old age, my friend. Oh yeah, right? You get up, you stand up, you're a little lightheaded. You're a little lightheaded. Why? Because your blood pressure's a little lower than it should be. Why? Because you're old, you bastard. You're old. Nobody likes getting older. I don't like getting older. You know, it's not fun. It's not major complaints. I'm in pretty good health. Not a big deal. I'm working out. I'm going to get back in shape. But I know the days of the power of me being 25 years old, that crap is over with. And I can't stand when my friends who are my age or older talk about, I'm in the best shape of my life. And I'm going, dude, I've known you since you were 24 years old. No, you're not. You're in good shape for a dude your age. Just say, I feel like I'm in great shape. The more you go, I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. Stop it. You're embarrassing yourself. You've never heard me say that. Even when I got in good shape and I was in great shape, I never said, I've never been in such great shape. Yay. I knew I was in better shape in my 20s, and I don't like lying to myself. You remind me of those dudes that watch boxers and UFC fighters and thinks you could kick their butt. Well, let me help you out with that. No, you can't. You can't even beat me. So shut up, punk. Old age is a piece of crap. Now, if you're actually old and you can't do anything, that's fine. Like if you're 95 years old, right, and you still got your marbles and everything, you're still smart as a whip, nobody's expecting you to run up the steps to get the phone. Nobody's expecting that. You don't even expect that. And if you don't expect that, you don't miss that. Like I don't miss not having $1 million because I've never had $1 million, right? You don't miss it because you don't have it. It's very similar to those idiots who talk about being in the friend zone. Man, she put me in the friend zone. There is no friend zone. Friend zone only exists if someone makes it clear they're not romantically interested in you and you continue to pursue them. If you stop pursuing them in a romantic way, you are not in the friend zone. You know, I've asked women out who I was interested in, and they weren't interested in me romantically, and I was cool with them. I wasn't angry. They weren't interested. But I was never in the friend zone because the moment they made it clear that they liked me, but they didn't want me to like me that way, I immediately took all my romantic interest and started to direct it to other women. And then I found a woman who had some sense. Shut up, it's my podcast. Who had some sense and actually wanted to date me, and then I enjoyed her. Granted, the moment the woman who wasn't interested saw me with the other woman, all of a sudden she started calling and flirting and stuff, which I found that absolutely hilarious. I'm going, so let me get this straight. 5 months ago, I asked you to go out, and you told me that I was cute and funny, but I'm not your type. And then you rattled off a bunch of things. Well, you're not 6 feet tall, and I like guys who are a little older than you, and you don't make enough money. All these things you mentioned. And I wasn't offended by that because people can date and be with whoever the hell they want to. It did not bother me at all. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it wasn't like my heart was broken. What the hell, who cares? So I went off and I started dating someone else. And then she started calling, hey, what's going on? Hey, get cute, baby, we can get together. I said, you want to hang out with everybody? Yeah, me and my boy, we're hanging out at the thing. No, I meant me and you could get together. Nah. I mean, I mean, maybe we could get together and, we can have some dinner. Nope. Why? Because I'm seeing somebody. I mean, like, how long have you been seeing her? 3 months. I mean, it's not like you're really serious or anything. I mean, you're not, like, exclusive, are you? Yeah. Remember when I said early in this conversation when you called up, and I said, I can't talk now. I'm going over to my girlfriend's house. I said girlfriend. Girlfriend implies, exclusivity. Oh, I didn't hear that part. So I was wondering, no. In fact, I'll be honest with you. Now that this phone call has moved into a romantic area or a potentially romantic area, I'm going to have to end this phone call because I feel like I'm being unfaithful to the girl that I'm seeing. And yes, I'm going to tell her about this phone call because I don't want there to be any secrets between us. Oh, you're such a sweetheart guy. I can't believe it, man. I really messed up. But if you give me another chance. No. And then I went over to the other girl's house that I was seeing at the time. And I said, my ex-girlfriend, well, not ex-girlfriend, but the girl I asked out before, she wasn't with it. And now all of a sudden she goes, let me guess. She found out that you were seeing me, and then she called up and she tried to flirt with you. And then I said, yeah. She goes, yeah. Women do that all the time. It's no big deal. Have you ever done that? No. Somehow I am not believing this. Yeah, I'm going to distract you with my breasts right now. You just did. I don't even remember what I was talking about. But I do know that I'd like to do something I like to refer to as smooch your boob tops. Guys, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what smooch a woman's boob tops are, you've never been a good boyfriend. You got to know that you have to show your woman unique affection. Everybody tries to kiss their woman. Everybody tries to squeeze their butt. Everybody tries to squeeze their breasts with their hands. Everybody tries to get them in the bed and get it on with them. But sometimes you have to smooch their boob tops. Other people call them cleavage. I call them boob tops. You got to go in there and spontaneously smooch their boob tops. And don't try to get it on with them. Just smooch the boob tops. At first, you'd be like, I'm not in the mood right now. I'm like, all I wanted to do was smooch your boob tops. Daggone well, when you put your mouth on me like that, you're going to try to get some. I mean, we're seeing each other. We're girlfriend and boyfriend. We're going to get it on at some point. But them things look good, and I wanted to smooch your boob tops. Yeah, whatever. Because they don't believe you at first. And then when you make it a habit of smooching their boob tops, they start to giggle. You and your boob top smooching. Hey, you got the greatest boob tops in the world. Yeah, you got to smooch them boob tops. Yes. Because eventually, they'll want you to smooch their boob tops. You'll walk by and you won't smooch their boob tops. Now, you're not going to not smooch their boob tops to make a point. You're going to legitimately forget. Maybe you're going to run out to see the game, or you ran into the kitchen real quick to grab something, or you're distracted, and they're going to be sitting there going, why was my boob tops are unsmooched? What's going on? And they're going to see you sitting on the couch, and they're going to sit next to you, and they're going to see a remote control on the other side of the couch. And instead of walking around you to get it, they're going to reach across you and put their boob tops in your face. And let's be honest, when a woman's boob tops are in your face, and this is your girlfriend, if you don't smooch your boob tops, you deserve to be slapped. Never have your woman's boob tops that close to your face and not smooch them. I'll teach you later on how to slurp your woman's boob tops, but that's the advanced class. Right now, you're in boob top 101 and you only get to smooch them. And that's all you do. This podcast had devolved into stupidity. But the point is, being old is like a sneaky piece of crap. It sneaks up on you and just gives you a little preview what's going to happen later on. But it's okay. Just know whatever it is, you can handle it and you'll be all right. And also know I've never not been able to use my junk effectively. And I realized I pretty much jinxed myself because watch, the next time I get it on with a woman, she'll be like, oh boy, now let's do this. And we're like, first time for everything. And it will be the first time, but she's not going to believe me. She's going, yeah, sure it is. You got 45 minutes to fix this. And if it ain't fixed in 45 minutes, you better get in your car and drive to a store, buy one of them pills, come back and get to business. Don't judge me, F y'all, back to me. Folks, thank you for coming. It's been episode 439. Much love to you all. Thank you and hello to the new listeners. Do me a favor, my friends, if you've been listening this long, if you're still here, and you are, if you're still here, and you are, do me a favor, rate and review this podcast on whatever podcatcher you're listening on. If it allows you to rate and review, please do. If you're on Apple, please do. Wherever you are, please do 5 stars, my friends. If you have anybody that you know would like to listen to this weird madness, this weirdness, this crazy crap, because you do, well then please do me a favor. Tell them to listen to this podcast. Play it for them in the car. Okay? Tell your friends and family. Retweet, reblog, whatever you gotta do to get the word out. I would appreciate it, you bastards. Much love to you all, and I will see you again next time. Take care.